that's all right. I think it's two teams with a similar type mentality. Training game for them, end of the season. Training game for us, middle of the season. Most important thing for us is to win the game at the weekend. I think it's a refresher for the players getting the chance to play against such a historic club that's been involved in the heights of European soccer for many a decades, with some unbelievable players coming through their football club. It's a team with probably 70 million euros worth of salary cap getting spent on their team, and I think that showed tonight at times.
John, how nice was it to be able to get some of the guys coming back off injuries, some quality time in a match?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to see guys coming back. We were decimated at the start of the season with injuries, so it's nice to see Eddie getting back, Brian Amoni getting some time, Peter and Adam Moffat getting some time in midfield. So it was a great exercise for us. I think as first half we were a little bit tentative at times. I think we gave them too much respect. But you've got to remember that's a team that performed in the Champions League last year against AC Milan, Real Madrid. They've just won the Dutch title, so it's a great exercise. They probably enjoyed it as well. They've had probably 10 days over here. For us, getting through the game, getting guys some minutes, and then coming away nice and healthy is a good night for us.
How do you use this as a learning tool? I mean, is this a game you just completely forget about, or is it a punch that you can break down and learn things from?
I think you can always learn something from every situation. I don't think we'll use it as such a gauge as where our team's at compared to Ajax, because I don't think we'll play against anybody in Major League Soccer that has the quality of that team had tonight. So I don't think we can punish ourselves for saying, we couldn't get close to them, or we never matched them technically or quality. There is a golfing difference, we know that. You're talking, as I said before, it's like $70 million salary cap. That's one of the biggest clubs in European soccer, the history of European soccer. They've had some greats going through that club, so it's a great experience for us as a young club, as a young team. I think at times we nearly scored off another set piece tonight, against the Dutch champions. So I mean, it's a good night. It's a training game for us. My biggest concern was getting injuries, because the main concern is the weekend.
John, for you personally, in a game like this, are you more calm than you would be a normal league game?
No, of course, for sure. When we're rolling the ball out to the back and giving possession away 25 yards from goals, thank God it was an exhibition game. It must be nice for the fans to come and watch a team like that, have a couple of beers and a hot dog, and enjoy the game. I wish I could have done that today.
Can you talk about just how the quality Ajax had with, their touches and the way they just passed the ball? I mean, how good were they tonight?
Well, you've seen what I've seen. The quality international players. I think a couple of their guys played in the World Cup. One of the subs that come on, Uya, hopefully I'm not killing his name and not mispronouncing it, probably am in my Scottish dialect. Played for Blackburn, played in the World Cup. It's top quality players. The players that could probably go and play in most European clubs around the world. There's some European clubs that are big clubs around Europe. So it was a great exercise. It's a great measuring stick for our young guys and our players that watch Champions League football on television and think, well, that's easy, I can do that. And then you get the chance to see them up close and how good their technique is, how good their first touch is, how good their awareness of the movement off the ball. I thought their movement off the ball at times was exhilarating. I was sitting back in the dugout, almost clapping at times, because I think you can see the different movements where they move and force their own player on the ball to pass the ball, rather than waiting for the ball to get and then move. Their anticipation was fantastic. Great players, and it was, their coach had a tremendous career. Their assistant coach has had an even better footballing career. So it was great all round. I think it was a good experience for everybody concerned.
Can you get a sense, MLS versus where they are? Has the gap closed at all over the last decade? I mean, where are things you think?
What you must remember before you make comparisons is, when was Ajax as a club founded compared to Major League Soccer? Started in 1996, I believe. They're spending 70 to 100 million a year. It's you draw your own conclusions. You know, I don't need to spell out anymore for you. That's what you're dealing with. They're not playing anywhere near the tempo that they can play. They're playing in third gear tonight. It is what it is. You know, there's a gulf in quality. There's a gulf in expenditure as a club. But as I say, you just take all the economics to the side, go out and enjoy. I say that to the guys, go and enjoy, because you never know when you might never play one of these games again. You know, especially against such a team with historic or history behind them. You know, of European championships. You know, Johan Cruyff and Ibrahimovic. You know, the list goes on. Snyder's. It's just a club that's drenched with quality and great history.
Last one for John. Locker room.
I know that you're saving for the game on Sunday, but there were a lot of players like Jack Dewsbury and some of the other starters that didn't play. Was there anything for them where they wanted to play against a team like this and you said no, or was that just kind of a mutual decision?
But once you let the tail wag the dog, you've got problems. So for me, you know, with a couple of guys that would love to play, I would have loved to play tonight, but I can't. So Jack's been struggling a little bit with a groin. Jorge took a lot of beating at the weekend. Diego's another one who's struggling with a couple of injuries. You can't take chances, you know. I don't want the fans to think that we're devaluing this game at all, but we've got big games coming up, you know. We need to be, if I play guys and they pull a groin or a hamstring and then we don't win at the weekend, then there's a lot of people that's going to be very unhappy with me, and I'm here to try to make people happy, not to make them unhappy. And if we win at the weekend, get 3 points, then we'll be in good shape.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.